Hello everyone, I'm Brie and welcome to today's video. If you guys have noticed, for the past couple of vlogs that I've done, I have like a little transition intro. It's super cute, except I love the music on it, but YouTube does not like it, so it's been copyrighted and I'm going to have to change the song to it. So if it's a bit different sounding, then that's what it is. I apologize. YouTube does not like me. I get too many copyright claims on my channel. It's crazy. So anyways, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this video. I want to talk to you guys about my reading in November. It's still November. Unfortunately, I'm recording this the day before this needs to be uploaded, so it may be a little chaotic. So I apologize for that. But like I said, I want to talk to you guys about my November reads, about my reads in November and what my plans are for December, and pretty much all that. If I have time, I will do the, I think it's called the end of the year book tag. But again, that's if I have time. I ramble sometimes, so I'm gonna try to not do that. Oh, anyways, today, I mean, this month has been a really good reading month for me. I think just because I was taking it slow and reading some graphic novels and short novels as well. So I got so far 8 novels in. I wanted to give you honorable mentions for this month. Let me just get into it. I don't want to try to get in too much into it, but as I didn't show you guys completely, but I kind of had a little book pile for what I wanted to read in November. Let's just say I did get some reading done from that pile, but one of them that I wanted to get to the most, that didn't happen. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but let me get into it. So for November's TBR, this was my book pile. It Happened One Autumn by Lisa Kleypas, which is in a series that I have, and I thought, what a great like book to read in fall, you know, autumnal read. It Happened One Autumn, right? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I just don't have enough time in this week to finish this, pretty much. So that's X-nay on this. Maybe next year, or maybe I won't read this in autumn. There's that. Then if you guys have watched my reading vlog, I attempted to read A Curious Beginning by Dana Raybourn, and I did the 1 chapter challenge with this and another book. I didn't start reading this at all, though I want to one day. Yeah, I'm not getting to it anytime soon this month. And just so you guys understand why I'm saying I'm not going to get to it anytime soon, is because I have books I want to read in December, and these are not it. These were my autumnal books that I wanted to read, but it's not happening. Then I had Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This sounded really good. I think I got it into a couple of pages because I did the 1 chapter challenge with this and another book that I will get to. And it was interesting, and I really loved the audiobook. The audiobook is so good. I would definitely like to listen to it while I'm busy and doing stuff. It would be so easy. But yeah, I did not get to this, sadly, and I want to read this, but yeah, not happening this month. But this next book is like this month's favorite book that I read, and that is Part of Your World. I won't go into too much detail since I did a reading vlog on this. I think I've had time to like put my thoughts together to let you guys know that, be warned, I think you might find the female lead slightly annoying because she cannot think for herself. Even though I know she's been through things, there's just some things that are just unacceptable for this. And I didn't get my grovel that I wanted, you know. She didn't deserve to get him back as fast as she did. I wish, because this book, there was some parts that dragged on. I wish the parts that weren't necessary was replaced by her graveling to get Daniel's affection back is what I wished. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I had an amazing time reading this. It was a pretty quick read, even though it's a pretty thick book. Yeah, I just had a blast. I love Daniel. He's my second book boyfriend. I only have two, and he's my second. So yeah, love this book. Then for my last one, which I am still currently reading. I don't know if this is the book that I'm going to try to finish this month. I have no idea. But it is The Inheritance Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I'm having trouble getting into this book. I've gotten to page 114 and I was at the dealership today and reading this, and I was kind of intrigued on stuff, but nothing's really gripping me to like be interested in what's happening. And I know it's everybody's favorite, and I'm also trying not to get like you people's love interest in my head, because I keep misinterpreting things. You know, I'm like, oh well, he could be the right guy, but there's like no interaction with him yet. So you know, that's just me right now. A bit of a struggle bus for this one. I don't know if I should DNF or keep continuing. I have no clue. But yeah, that's what this is looking at. This is what it's looking like right now. I haven't eaten. I apologize for my, well, I have no excuse because I always speak like that. I just ramble and I can't speak. That is me, and that is this channel. Anyways, so for this reading month, other than what you saw, which was the Part of Your World that I read physically, I read a couple of ebooks this month, which helped me with my reading struggle. I read Teen Titans Beast Boy. Did not know that that was the second book and that I should have read Raven first, and then I never read Raven, so yeah, that's on me. It's Teen Titans Beast Boys by Kami Garcia. I only know Garcia, but I love his illustrations of Teen Titans on Instagram. Like, absolutely love it. So when I found out that he had a comic book with his illustrations, I had to read it. I miss Teen Titans. The Teen Titans DC version on CW or whatever the heck TV show it is sucks. I don't understand why we needed that. I missed the Teen Titans cartoon. Now we have Teen Titans Go, which is kind of funny, but I won't get much into it. But yeah, I had a good time reading that. I then read Teen Titans Beast Boy Loves Raven, which is the third comic in the series. Like I said, I last minute found out that there was a Raven one and I didn't read it, and I still haven't read it. So yeah, I read those two like comics. Then I did read this physically. I'm not gonna go and try to find it right now, but it was Like a Love Song by Gabriella Martins. It was a YA book that I picked up at a Goodwill. It was a short read, so I forced myself to read it, and it was okay. There's nothing like phenomenal about it, but it was an okay read. Then I read The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. I have never read it. Well, I think that's false. I think I have read The Raven, but I hadn't read it all the way through because I do not understand Old English. It's really hard for me to get into literature or classics because I just don't understand Old English. I wish I did. But yeah, it was okay. I didn't rate it because I have no I don't feel like I'm qualified to rate it because I didn't understand fully to an extent what was happening. Then after The Raven, I finished Part of Your World, and then I got myself the ebook for King of Wrath by Ana Huang, and I've not read any of Ana Huang's books. I think in her Twisted series, is the Twisted series or something like that. I've been wanting to, but I haven't done that. And I read King of Wrath because it was one of her new releases from this month, I think, and it was pretty good. I was having a good time. I did have one gripe about it, which was because like right before it I read Part of Your World, and it had like parent issues where like obviously you could like deuce out on your parents, and the main heroine did not do that. And that was the same that happened in King of Wrath, and I was just getting annoyed, like, why can't these women just accept that your parents are a-holes, and if you want to be happy, you gotta let them go, you know? But that was pretty much it on that. It was really good. I don't have much to say. Then after King of Wrath, I read Surrender to Sin by Nicola Davison. I had seen this for like a good short read recommendations. I should always expect that short read recommendations are always going to be smutty. I just forget sometimes. So yeah, that's pretty much what this was all about. It was still good. It was funny every now and then, and I really enjoyed the characters and the brothel that the environment was in. It was pretty interesting and fun, so I enjoyed that one. And then last night and today I read Big Baker by Casey Mint. I had heard some good stuff about the series, and it was okay. It wasn't like, you know, the greatest thing ever, but it was enjoyable. So, and it was a quick read. I think it was only like 65 pages, so good on that one. And that's pretty much all the books I read. I think that was 8 of them. So pretty good reading month. Anything higher than 1 is a good rating for me. It's like a good it's a good level for me, pretty much to say, because I'm a mood reader. I don't get a lot of books read. So 8, even if they're short and graphic novels, I'm down. So yeah, that's it for the month of November. Like I said, I'm going to attempt to try to finish this, but I have no idea. The audiobook for this sucks. I feel like every time the girl does the voice for the boys, because they have Texan accents, they sound like the hillbillies from the Amanda Show. If you guys know, then you know. It just sounds ridiculous. It just sounds like a parody and not enjoyable at all. So it sucks that I can't have an audiobook to read with this. But yeah, that's how this is going. Then we'll get into the December TBR that I have. But let's go ahead and dive into the physical TBR, because I do have a physical and I have ebooks. So let's just get into the physical first. So yes, I'm going to start with another Lisa Kleypas. I don't remember where I got this from, probably like a thrift store, but it is called A Season for Love. I believe there are 2 novels in this one book. The first one is called Wallflower Christmas, and the second one is called Mine Till Midnight. So it's a 2-in-1 novel, Christmas themed, Christmas historical romance. I love me some historical romance, so if I can get a Christmas read in, I'd be very happy. It is pretty thick, since there are 2 novels in here. Maybe if I just read one, I'd be happy with that too. So yeah, I think I heard a lot about A Wallflower Christmas, so maybe that one I will get to like priority to finish reading. So this is the first TBR. Then hear me out on this one, okay? Just listen, okay? Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. I've heard so much good stuff about this book. I added this to my Christmas TBR simply because of the colors. I am probably going to need something that's not strictly romance, so this has fantasy elements in it, and I really wanted to pick this up. So it seems like it's going to be a sort of short read. I am really excited to get to this, and yeah, that's pretty much my only excuse that this is Christmas related, is because of the colors, and that's about it. So yeah, there's that for you. If you want to hear me try to explain what the plot is, I have my book haul video that you guys can watch, but I'm not going to explain it right now. Then this next one, I've been seeing everybody get this book, and I am happy to say that I was very lucky and I received the ARC version of this book. and that is A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. This came out September, and I know you're supposed to like read and review in September, but it was a Christmas read, and I was like, I cannot not read this in September because it's a Christmas read, so I have to wait till December to read this. So yeah, everybody has been picking this up. I've only seen one person sort of talk about this book, and I have not read the back of this book, you guys. I wanted to go in blind. I heard a little bit, like a little bit of what the book is. I will only say that our female character, she's plus size, so we love plus size representation in books, but she's a plus size corn star. I cannot say the P word, so she's a corn star, okay? Sorry about it, but she's a corn star, and she is turning into, or she has the opportunity to be the lead in a like Hallmark kind of movie, and I'm just like, okay, you got me there. Like, I didn't know what this was about, but after she had after the booktuber that I had watched had said that, I was like, okay, like, I'm intrigued. So I think this is going to be very, very smutty, and I feel like a lot of people probably don't know that. So I would love to see everybody's review after reading this of like what they expected when they were going to read it, because I don't think a lot of people think it's going to be smutty. I think a lot of people think it's going to be wholesome and cute, but that's not what's going to happen. So yeah, there's that one for you. I'm super excited to get to this one. I have either this one or The Half a Soul to read like the 1st of December, but I don't know which one. It's either one of these, okay? Like, I'm really excited for these two for this month. And our last book, physical book for December, I recently got from a thrift store, and it is The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. I will be totally honest with you guys, I don't think I'm going to like this book. I have not read the one that, I don't know what the name is, but it was a Hallmark one that's kind of like this, but one's a princess, and it was with Vanessa Hudgens. I have not watched that one, but I heard it is like that. I am just not a fan of like lying to your love interest. It's not something for me. I will try to read this. I don't know how it will go, but yeah, that's how that one is. Not really 100% sure. I want to give it a try, even though I don't think I'm gonna like it, but you know, it's not gonna hurt me to try to read it. I can DNF it if it's not what I want to read. Now for this complicated part that I'm going to tell you guys. I have my iPad, which is where I read most of my ebooks, and I read Kindle and Apple Books on my iPad. So for Apple Books, I'm not gonna say a lot. Let's just say that I found some books that I wanted to read, and I want to read them this month. So I already have 4 physical books on my TBR, and these are like I want to read this month. So these are these 4. I have In the Holidays by Christina Lauren, which I've been wanting to read for like ever. I have not found a physical like at a thrift store or like for a decent price anywhere, so I just downloaded the ebook, and I want to read that. I don't know what it's about. I have no idea what it's about, but I want to read it this December. The next one is Window Shopping by Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I've heard a lot about this. I only know that it's like Grumpy and Sunshine, but opposite. It's the female lead who's the grump. So I'm interested to read about that. Then, this book has been talked about like across Book Talk and BookTube everywhere, which is Icebreaker. I don't know if I'm gonna like it because I know it's gonna be Friends with Benefits, and that's not what I'm usually super into. But after reading Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, I'll give it a chance. So I downloaded that ebook because I want to get to read that. I love the cover art. It is so cute. But yeah, I think I had already said Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Then I heard this also recommended, which is Love Light Farms by BK Borison. Is that her last name? No idea what that's about either. I think it's friends to lovers, and like the female lead owns like a tree farm, but again, I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, there's that. Now this is where I'm gonna get y'all, okay? This is where things are a little confusing. On my Kindle, I download like free Kindles all the time. So I have some that I want to get to read this December because I've had them on my Kindle for like ever. So the first one is Take My Heart by Kaylee Baldwin, I think. There's a check mark next to it. I can't read what's behind it. It has a cute cartoon cover to it, and that's about it. I don't know anything about it, but that is attempted TBR, okay? The other 8, I guess I should explain. The other 8, for sure, I want to read. This is if I have time. Maybe one of them for sure, but not, I don't know if I could do all of them. But yeah, so Take My Heart by Kaylee Baldwin. Three Kisses Till Christmas by Charlie L, because I cannot read it, the last name again. It is a historical romance for Christmas themed, so if I get to read that, that'd be great. I know nothing about anything. Then I have Ginger Snapping All the Way by Gabby G, because I cannot read it. I think this is a male romance. It's like male romance, grumpy sunshine, and like taking care of another person. I sort of glimpsed at the Amazon their book description when you are on the Kindle, and that's all I know. Yeah, that's pretty much all I know. And then the last one, which this is a kicker, and I find it hilarious on the themes that it has, but also interesting. And it is Yuletide Protector by Jane Blythe. This is a bodyguard Christmas, so it's Christmas, it's romance, it's suspense, all in once. So I also love bodyguards, so I'm excited for a bodyguard read. If I get to that, that's probably the one that I like am more interested in. So yeah, we shall see. I think there's also 4 in here, so 12. So 4, 8, 12 books for the TBR. I probably only can do 8. You know, like how this month went, 8 books, and some of them were short novels, so I don't even know if I could do all that. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on for Christmas. That's a lot of stuff going on for Christmas. I also, a quick announcement for the Christmas TBR. I will be doing a Vlogmas video. I don't know what the equivalent of Vlogmas with reading. I don't have the energy in me to post one video every single day. I will probably post an accumulated days once a week. I would do like the same thing I did for my Hollow Reads vlogs. I'll post as much as I can during the week and then upload on, I think I did either Friday or Wednesday. I might still do Wednesdays, just because I'm trying to get into the habit of posting on Wednesdays and not do like I'm doing today and post and record the day before and try to post it tomorrow, because that's just going to be stressful for me. But yeah, that's the announcement that I have. I just want to let you guys know that I'm doing another weekly reading vlog, and I don't know what the name of it is. I don't know if it's called Vlogmas, or I don't think it's going to be Vlogmas, because that's every single day, or unless I'm making up a name, either one. So look forward to that. If I have enough time to include the book tag, the end of the year book tag, I'm going to do that right now. So the first question on the tag is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? There are so many books that I started this year. I'm not that type of person, but for whatever reason, that's what I did this year. I think the first book that I started reading and did not finish was Normal People by Sally Rooney. It wasn't the fact that it wasn't good. I don't have an issue with the writing like the punctuation that everybody always talks about. You get used to it after a few pages. So I don't have an issue with that at all. I think I just went into it thinking it was a romance when it's not. I think it's just going to be about these two characters who started in a relationship and then maybe back to friends. I'm not entirely sure, so it kind of put me off and I put it to the side. It's still on my bookshelf and I still plan to read it, but that was one of the books that happened with. Then I read I think I only read the first chapter of The Love Hypothesis. Again, not that it was bad, I think I tried to read it for something and then I didn't have time to finish it, so I put that down. Then of course you guys know my Hollow Reads book stuff. I think I tried to read Kingdom of the Wicked. That didn't happen. I didn't get to that. I tried to read an ebook that I have. I tried to read her Soul to Take, and I thought it was the first female person on the book to show up. I thought that she was going to be the female lead of the story because she's also a witch, and that did not happen. So I was kind of like, And then I was kind of finding the actual female lead annoying. I also just didn't finish that one either. And my big one that I started and did not finish was Legendborn. I'm still on a struggle bus to Legendborn. I have not tried picking it up to read it again. I may wait until January to try to pick that up. I really watched someone, Olivia Reads or Olivia something, she's like really big on BookTube, watched her vlog where she got Bloodmark, the Senga book, and she reread Legendborn and finished in a day, and I'm still struggling to read Legendborn. I don't know what it is. I have no idea why. But yeah, that's that. I think those are all the books that I had tried that I ended up starting, but I never finished this year. The second question is, do you have a book or autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I mean, I'm just going to say my Christmas, my December TBR are going to be my books. I don't know which one I'm going to end with, but whichever one is that I end with is going to be the one that transitions me to the end of the year. The third is there a new release you're still waiting for? If I'm going to be totally honest, I have not been anticipating any. Oh, you know what? I have been anticipating a book, and that is Anastasia. I don't know how she's going to pronounce it. Anastasia or Anastasia by Sophie Lark. I really want to read that so bad. I've been wanting to read other Sophie Lark books, but I really want to read Anastasia. I feel like it's going to be so good. So I think that comes out December 1st. So I'm going to have to keep a lookout for that one. But I was going to say no because I'm too focused on my physical books that I'm trying not to get into all these new books that are coming out. So yeah. The fourth question is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Okay, I'm not going to answer this question because I have been getting so many BookTube videos saying books you have to read at the end of the year. And they only started posting this in November. And it's like, I don't know, it's too many books. And I'm just like, I'm not going to read that at the end of the year. I already have like a December TBR for this. And they're Christmas themed. You can't be putting these new books at me that I have to read by the end of the year. I'm not like some of you. I cannot read 100 books in a month, okay? I apologize. I just don't have that time or brain capacity to do that. So yeah, not answering this question. The fifth question is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Like by this month? I don't know. Half a Soul. I feel like that's gonna be a really good book. Half a Soul. I don't think Icebreaker, but Half a Soul, maybe. A Merry Little Meet Cute, also maybe. It's between those two. I'm most anticipated for those two within December. So, you know, I don't know what to start with. It's gonna be one of those, I feel like. That's gonna be my theory. The sixth question is, have you already started making reading plans for 2022? For 2023. 2023? Yeah, 2023. And that is a negative on that. I have no idea. I think maybe for sure Legendborn. I'm looking it straight in the eyes right now. Legendborn, I want to get to at least 50% into the book to, you know, find out if I really like it or not. But that's like the only book that's for sure on my mind. I do have all my physical books that I'm trying to get to read. I for sure have been staring at The Shadows Between Us that I've really been wanting to read. So I don't know if I'll pick that up in January, especially with me already reading Legendborn. I have no idea. I don't know what the future holds for me in my reading journey. I hope it's a good one though. I need it to be a good one. The 7th question is, what are some books that are your must reads? I'm not gonna answer that one either. We've already went through this. I guess my must reads are the December TBR, because that's all I'm gonna put on there. And the last question is, what have been some of your favorite reads this year? That is a really good question, actually, and that's going to be a deep dive into my Goodreads. Oh god, I read so many books this year, it's kind of crazy. Which I say, and it's only 47. I've only read 47 books this year. Let's see. Marriage for One, I'm gonna have to say, I loved Marriage for One. It was so good. It was such a thick book, but it was so good. I really enjoyed it. I never really read a actual Grump and Sunshine book, and that's what that was. Also discovered I love Marriage of Convenience. Like, that is my thing, or it confirmed it for me, I'll have to say. But yeah, absolutely loved Marriage for One. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. There's like 3 of them right next to each other that were like 4-star reads. I guess honorable mention, I would put Dark Needs at Night's Edge by Chrisley Cole, simply because it made me realize, or it made me rediscover, that I still love paranormal romance. I like really love paranormal romance, and I never read one where it was with a romance. It was a romance with a ghost, and damn, did it do a good job on that. So yeah, definitely a contender, but I won't add it to my official list. But I had a really good time reading that. For sure, The Worst Best Man was really, really good. Max from The Worst Best Man is my #1 book boyfriend. I absolutely loved him. And apparently book boyfriends, I absolutely do not like the female leads, because I did not like whatever her name was, the female lead in The Worst Best Man. It was a lot. I can't really remember everything, but I remember I did not like her. But I absolutely loved Max, and like, he was super funny. So I don't know if I should say that was like the best book I read, or it was simply that I loved Max so much. I don't really know. I couldn't really tell you. The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout was also really good. It was a YA, and it was pretty much, or it was pretty emotional read, but I really enjoyed it. If it's on your TBR, I really recommend you read it. Like I said, it's a little bit, there are going to be some trigger warnings for it, but it was really worth it. It was so good. Ooh, another good contender I might add as a contendee, because I read 2 Emily Henry books this year, and I think it's funny because a lot of people raved that Beach Reads was like their absolute favorite, and I could understand the like authors, like the genre of authors getting together, and the whole like they communicated from cabins, which is super cute, and I love that. But there was just so much about the story that I just did not like, and so I think I ended up giving it 3 stars. But then I read People Meet on Vacation, and I loved it, and I know a lot of people do not like this book, and I don't know if it's just because, I think it's because it's the friends to lovers aspect of it. For whatever reason, I can totally understand, and it's because I remember my crushes that I had in school. The fear of having feelings for your friend or best friend and knowing that it might not be reciprocated, even though that didn't really happen in People We Meet on Vacation. If you know, you know, which yeah, so there was that. But I really enjoyed it, and it was really great to read in Cancun. It was just like really nice to read. Oh, another back-to-back with, well, 3 5 stars and 1 4 stars. These 4 books, which were in the span of 3 months, so that's pretty good. Daughter of the Pirate King, super good YA with pirates. I never thought I would really enjoy a pirate romance, but that one was super good. It was Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. Absolutely loved it. I still want to read the second book because I still wanted that romance, because the tension between the 2 characters were so good. It was absolutely, it was such a good read. I'm starting to remember a lot of the stuff, and I really loved that book. Then next was The House on the Cerulean Sea. If you guys had read or watched, I don't know if it was a reading vlog or if it was a monthly wrap up when I was talking about The House on the Cerulean Sea. I love that book too. It was, some parts were a little bit dragged on, but I mean, just the scenery and the description of the scenery were like amazing, and the characters, I've never really loved characters as much as I did in this book. It was amazing. Then after that one, I read Heartbones by Colleen Hoover, and other than them talking about Galveston water and the reality of what the Galveston water looks like compared to the romanticized one in the book, totally different. And like them making out in the Galveston water, disgusting. So yeah, that was my only gripe about Heartbones. I love this book. I had so many emotions reading this, especially towards the end. It got crazy, and yeah, absolutely cannot get over that book either. Another good book that I did not expect to like was The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon King by Kimberly Lemming. I want to read her backlist. This book was so good. This was such a short read of a book, and so much stuff happened, but it didn't feel rushed or like too much information was happening, and it was just so good. I highly recommend. I don't feel like she has enough reviews on this thing. It's just crazy. She needs more love, to be honest. So I highly recommend that one. Had a blast reading that. And the dragon character, the demon character, so good. The like side characters and the plot and like the environment description, so good. Oh, another good read was A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallero. Picked this up from a thrift store, and then had another booktuber who I was following on Goodreads, where she like binged all 4 of the books in the series and was like, I think she was saying it was pretty good. And I was like, okay, well, if it's already on my shelf, then I'm gonna read it. And I read the first book, and it was so good. I did a whole reading vlog on it, and I recommend you watch it, because it like pretty much sums up all my opinions about this book, and it was so good. It was so good. And then Part of Your World was really good, so like I said, there's a video for that. And I think that pretty much wraps up this tag. Yeah, it's gonna be hectic next month. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but be prepared for a reading vlog. And let me not ramble, because I do that very well, and close out this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment answering some of the book tag questions. I will leave them in the description box and with a link to it as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me, and I will see you guys next time.